Hello everyone, it's Carver, Lead Warrior Lifestyle. Sorry, I'm just still trying to work out where I'm supposed to be looking. I hope you're having a great weekend. I hope everyone's having a good Saturday. Welcome everyone. This is going to be a very special YouTube episode because I'm going to take you along with me on my first recording of my podcast. And this is probably going to be on a lot of platforms out there. I'm going to put it on iTunes, Spotify, but I wanted to kind of give my followers on YouTube the behind the scenes kind of progress of how I'm going to record this. Really, I have no idea. Probably going to make a lot of mistakes. So I think if you were to listen to it again on iTunes or Spotify, they might be a little bit different, put a little bit of intro music. But this is just a raw edition. This is in the studio. I wanted to do something special. If anyone's got any comment, guys, let me know. Comment down below. Let me know if you're watching and how what this episode takeaways you got from this episode. With the introduction, a lot of it is going to be stuff that you guys already know about. Well, I hope if anyone's new, but for all you people who've been there at the start, especially that I've got 100 subscribers as well. So thank you as well. A massive milestone. I never thought I'll get that stage, but 100 people are subscribing on here. Thank you so much. So this is what I'm going to do. I've got my microphone here all ready to go. I've got my show notes written down as well. So I'm going to be well, actually, what I probably could do, I could probably just air it a bit like that, leave it there. But yeah, I apologize for anyone watching who if I'm looking down at my notes here. That's only because I'm just trying to record it as well. But what I wanted to do was get this first episode on YouTube as well for you guys. So it's probably going to take about 10 minutes maybe. Don't want it to be a long introduction episode. And yeah, this is something I wanted to do for a very long time. It's been a passion of mine. I love podcasts, and I think it's time for me to share my journey on the audio side of stuff, because sometimes I do struggle with the editing process of YouTube and trying to make visually appealing videos. All I want to do is give back as much value as I can. So this is what it's all about. When the podcast is live, I'll put a link at the bottom of the description. If you like it, if you're on iPhone, on iTunes, guys, if you could help me out, leave a subscribe on there. You can subscribe to the podcast, it's free, and just leave a review as well. But that's about what I wanted to start with. I'm going to get cracking on here, guys. A bit nervous, I have to be honest with you. So anyone watching this live, let me know. Anyone who watches this back again, this is just a kind of I guess an introduction to let you know what's happening, because you might just start watching this and think, what is Carver talking about? Who's he talking to? But I'm just recording my podcast. So yeah, I mean, as Keenan Kel used to say, here goes, here we go. I think it used to be, I can't remember. That used to be one of my favourite shows, Keenan Kel. So just want to say a massive thank you everyone on my YouTube once again for subscribing to the platform. I appreciate that. So fingers crossed, guys, this is it. And I hope to kind of bring you along with me on this journey as well via the podcast, because I just want to kind of bring as much value as I can, share my journey with you guys. So I've got my recording equipment here. I'm just going to start recording on there. So this is going to be very difficult. I'm going to really be pushing my skills here, really. Trying to record this in one take. I'm not someone who likes to edit, as probably you know from my videos. I just like to get it out there, keep the message. I just in real life, we don't have a rewind button, and I don't like to edit stuff and make things appear not normal. So this is what I'm going to concentrate on, and yeah, I hope it goes well, guys. So wish me luck, guys, everyone. And anyone who watching this, you can always leave a comment and I'll get back to you guys. So this is what I'm going to do now. Just going to start my recording on here. So I hope you enjoy this. This is the first ever episode of the Lean Warrior Lifestyle podcast. I think we should just get on with it then. I've been rambling on for too long. Right, so we're gonna start that now, okay? Okay, I'm getting a bit nervous as well, guys. It's a bit. I'm just going to pretend that I'm talking to you guys, not to some not virtual people out there in the podcast. I'm just gonna pretend I'm talking to you guys. So let's go. Do I need a countdown? I'll do. I'll be reading a really good book, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 by Mel Robbins, and I think I'm going to do that. I'm gonna count down to that and we get ready. So if you're with me, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of the Lean Warrior Lifestyle podcast. My name is Carver and I'm your host. I just wanted to say, first and foremost, thank you for listening to the podcast. This has been a dream of mine, an ambition for a very long time. And I'm a massive fan of podcasts. I believe that they can bring great value to people listening. And the podcasts have been quite popular over the last couple of years. And since I've been sharing my journey on social media, one thing that I've absolutely benefited from is the support from people on social media, the accountability on social media. And what I wanted to do was bring another element to my weight loss journey in terms of progressing and sharing my journey via an audio format. So it's an absolute honor for anyone listening to this. I'm very humbled, as I've always been on my journey, and I wanted to do this first introduction to everyone listening as an introduction to myself. My name's Carver, and also to my podcast, and I will take it from there. I don't have a really set plan of what I want to talk about on the introduction. As anyone will know from watching my YouTube videos, I just tend to speak what I'm thinking about, and I don't really like to rehearse quite a lot. I do have some show notes just to kind of give a bit of structure, but thank you once again for listening. So I'll start at the beginning because I'm probably aware that there'll be some people who may not know who I am, and that's absolutely fine. I don't think of myself as anyone special or anyone famous. I'm just an ordinary lad who's just trying to lose weight. For myself, the name Lean Warrior Lifestyle, a lot of people, it always gets to people trying to work out what that actually means. And I want to take a couple of moments here to break that down. It's broken down in 3 aspects. Lean is at the time when I started my YouTube, I'm still a big fan of the YouTubers, the Lean Machines. So I wanted to kind of copy them in the sense of the word lean. And the lean is what I want to kind of inspire to physically, and that's what it was at the beginning. But I think throughout my journey, what I've realized is that one of the most important things is our health, and also to be happy along the way, and the happiness and to enjoy the journey. So lean for me is more now a state of mind. It's about feeling confident within ourselves, the way that we look, and just to achieve the best version of ourselves. The warrior aspect of my name of podcast relates to what I like to try to embrace in my life, the warrior mentality. Life is hard, life can be difficult, and we have our ups and downs, but we have a lot of strength to ourselves that I don't think many of us begin to realize. We've been through difficult times, and in that sense, we've battled through them, such as warriors. And also, it comes back to WWE days, my favourite ever wrestler, the late Ultimate Warrior. When I used to watch him running down to the ring with his burst of electricity, it's just mad man, just running around, and just unbelievable physique, the power, the electricity. And also in his later years as well, he made quite a few YouTube videos that really got to me in terms of changing my mindset to weight loss. And he's been a very special individual in my life, and I wanted to honour his memory in that sense, and anyone else out there who's battling, who are warriors. The last aspect of Lean Warrior Lifestyle is lifestyle. And for me, when I started my weight loss journey, I wanted it to be part of my lifestyle. I didn't want it to be something that I did for a couple of weeks and then gone back to old habits, because I have done that throughout my life. And I've done all the diets that you can name under the sun. And this is the first time in my life that I've been able to lose weight, and I wanted to make sure that I made it into a lifestyle. One of the things that really impacted me was I read a quote once about leaning your ladder against the right wall, because you can lean your ladder against a wall and continue the climb only to get to the top and realize that it wasn't what you actually wanted, or it wasn't what you expected it to be. And with weight loss, that is, I think, quite key. When I started my weight loss, I had a long way to go. And who knows what I would be feeling at the end of that weight loss. What if I was still unhappy, even though I lost so much weight? So I decided that whatever I was going to do, I was going to enjoy the journey and enjoy the process and make that into a lifestyle. And throughout the process of sharing that, that is what I wanted to do with my podcast here. This is my podcast to hopefully inspire people and motivate people. With me, you're going to get a real honest breakdown of what it's like to lose a lot of weight. I'm certainly not the only one. There's been a lot of people who have inspired me, who have gone on to lose a lot more than I have. But I don't think it's about the amount of weight that you lose. It's about the fact that you decide to make a change in your life. And one of the things that I've been humbled with is the support that people have given me on my journey. I started my weight loss journey weighing over 315 pounds. And that was many years of denial. I never used to weigh myself. And I always used to think to myself, because I used to watch The Biggest Loser quite a lot, and I always used to say to myself, I'm never going to be that individual that weighs over 300 pounds. That's not me. And when I did get on the scale, I think about 2 years ago, over 2 years ago, I did weigh 315 pounds. And that was an absolute eye-opener for myself. It was the first time in my life that I decided that enough is enough and that I was going to make the changes in my life. And I sit here today having lost 70 pounds so far on my journey. And I'm extremely proud of that. And my mission at the beginning was to lose 100 pounds, because that was what I felt would be the goal that I would get to. If I was to lose 100 pounds, I felt that I would be happy and I would be at the physique that I am. But sometimes through my journey, and even with this introduction, I'm being real, I've lost 70 pounds and I still don't feel as what I would have expected to be at 70 pounds. I don't think I feel the way that I expected. But at the same time, I'm taking it one day at a time, and absolutely 1 pound at a time. So what my hope for this podcast is that I believe a lot of people in the fitness industry, and this is why I started my journey on YouTube, a lot of people you hear after their weight loss journey, and I take my hat off and I'm absolutely, inspired by that. I have nothing against that. But not a lot of people talk about weight loss whilst they're during the weight loss, because I think a lot of us during that moment fail. And we don't get to that point where some individuals have got to the after weight and then they can share their success. And I think there is a lot of people out there who are struggling and stuff like that. So what I wanted to do was show my journey, to say that I'm just like every other person. I have my good days and my bad days, and I wanted it to be relatable at the end of the day. There's a lot of people in the fitness industry who have never been overweight, and they don't understand the weight loss aspects that comes with losing weight. There's more than just eating less and moving more. There's stuff like emotional. There's a mindset aspect. There's changing your habits and behaviors. And in my podcast, this is what I want to do. I want to share with you my journey, what I'm learning, my experiences, what I'm reading, because I love reading books, and just to kind of take you along journey with me. Now, a lot of this journey, I've had a lot of people reach out to me, messages from around the world that I never ever expected. I do this with not expecting anything in return. The only thing I want to do is help inspire and motivate others to make changes in their lives. Even if I impact one person, I will be extremely happy, And so far, given the messages that I've got, it's completely humbled me to know that there are people out there that are being moved by my story, by being impacted by the information that I put out there, the value that I give out to people. That to me is the greatest thing ever. That to me is success. So if you are one of those people, thank you so much. You know who you are. The message that I get when I get people saying that they've completed their first 5K, 10K after watching my videos. People who talk about starting their own Instagram accounts, having seen me keep accountable to myself. Thank you so much. And to anyone else watching this, I just want to say that it is a complete humble for me to for you to even be listening to me when you could be listening to hundreds and hundreds of other podcasts out there. So thank you for being on board here. So what I want from the podcast is just to kind of take you along the journey with me, what I'm doing. I'm going to be starting an 8 week challenge, and I do like setting myself short term challenges along the way to kind of keep me motivated and keep me boost the motivation. My journey, there's been a lot of people that have tried to help me. There was a very well known person who I reached out, who we became friends with, but unfortunately we had to part ways because part of this, being honest, I wasn't doing the work and I was letting him down. And looking back, I just wasn't in the right time, in the mindset, the mind frame to do anything. It wasn't until I met one of my good friends now, Ollie Carson, who completely changed my mindset to everything. We were 2 weeks in my weight loss with him, and he called me out. He said I was pretending that I was tracking my food. I was pretending that I was doing the workouts when I wasn't. And he said, "Look, if you want the results, you got to put in the hard work. I'm not here, I'm not here to waste my time, and I don't want to waste your time. If you want to get the results, you got to be honest with yourself." And at that moment, I took ownership. I knew that what I was doing wasn't going to get me to where I wanted to be, and that I needed to make changes in my life. I surrounded myself with positive and supportive people. I have joined Facebook groups. One of the best ones I've come across is Grenade Fit Academy, and that led me to finding Jamie Alderton and with his Mindset with Muscle podcast. I'm not an expert, and when I did get interviewed with one of my friends, Luke, at the Strive podcast, I mentioned that I'm not here to try to get anyone to follow a particular way of eating. I'm not here to try to influence anyone in that sense. I don't particularly have the knowledge or the expertise, but what I do want to kind of stress in this podcast is that I'm passionate. I'm passionate about all things about health and fitness. I'm passionate about helping people. I'm passionate about transforming my own life, and I want to be able to convey that with you. There's some amazing people that have been able to help me on my journey. Jamie has certainly been one of the most influential people that I've ever met. He's been there and he's supported me. People like Ollie, Gavin Meenan, as a personal trainer. Just a few, mentioned a few names there. I have, friends and family that support me. And everyone on my social media, thank you so much for being there for me to keep me accountable. So I think that is it for the introduction. There's a lot I could probably say that I wanted to keep it short and sweet. Just to kind of give you the breakdown in stats. I started at £315. I'm now £70 lighter, looking to get to 100. Join me on my journey to get to the goal of getting there. But as I said before, it's about falling in love with the journey, with the process. Over the next 8 weeks, I'm going to bring you along with me on my 8 week challenge. I'm going to share with you my ups and downs, what I'm doing, my nutrition, my workouts. And yeah, that's about it. But this podcast, I don't want it to be all about me. I want it to be about you guys as well. I want to create a great community. So if you like, I'll leave in description my link to my Facebook group and also my Instagram profile, which you can always send me a direct message anytime, and I'll try to get back to you guys. But first, first and foremost, thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of this podcast. Thank you to everyone who has supported me on my journey so far. I wouldn't be able to do this without you. I truly believe that no one is an island. that we all have people that can help us and motivate us and push us through our journeys. And I just wanted to say thank you for being here. If you don't mind, guys, make sure to subscribe to the iTunes podcast. It'll be available on all the platforms, Spotify, I believe, maybe SoundCloud, Google as well. But I'll put it out there. But if you are new on the iTunes, guys, please subscribe. Let's get the message out there. I want to try to help as many people as I can with my journey. So I'm just going to leave it with there. Thank you for listening, everyone. This is the first podcast, the introduction. And as I said, it's been a long dream of mine to do this. I've said it for many years, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And I wanted to be a man of my word for 2019, just to take action and put in the work. Not expecting anything else, just to put in the work. Thank you once again for listening. And if you're watching this on YouTube, and leave a comment, guys as well, I'll get back to you. For anyone that's listening, my name is Carver. Welcome to the Lean Warrior Lifestyle podcast. I'm excited you're here. Let's do this. Right, guys, so that is it. I've recorded the podcast there. I'm just going to make sure it's saved. Well, I hope that it's saved. I'm probably going to have to do that again if it's not. But anyone watching, that was kind of a little bit of a scary thing I just did there. But I just wanted to kind of share that moment with you, because you guys have been there at the start, my YouTube family. You guys have supported me. I remember making my first video and putting myself out there. I got my brother as a cameraman to help me with that video. And this whole journey for me, I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know how many more lives it's going to impact, but I'm going to try. And I think that's the best thing that any of us can ever do, is just to try and put ourselves out there and to go after our dreams and our ambitions and whatever it is. And for everyone who's watching, who has ever been impacted by my journey, as I've just said in my podcast, thank you so much, guys. It means the world to me. I'm going to keep going, and I hope that you enjoy listening to future podcasts. Whenever it's out, I'll put a link in the page on my videos, and I'll let you know. But going on to that, guys, I'm going to bring you along with me, hopefully in the next 8 weeks, fingers crossed. Probably about one video a week, just of a little bit of a highlights package. I want to make it into a weekly television show for you type kind of guys. When I say that, I'm not talking about Game of Thrones level production here, guys. Just to kind of put together the days, maybe add a bit of background music, make it a little bit visually appealing. And we're going to do this kind of 8-week challenge, and I'm going to hopefully, prove to myself that, this thing, it can be done. And I'll take you along with me. But thank you so much, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure for everyone who's been on my journey so far. It has been a bit of a long video. I think Stephen is watching this. Thank you for watching this. I've seen some of your comments there. I really do appreciate that. You've been an absolute great supporter of mine, and it's people like yourself, real people who are, following my journey. That means the world to me. It really does. And anyone watching this, leave your comments down below, guys. Look forward to hearing from you. So I think that's about it from me. Thank you once again for watching. Oh, it's a very exciting. Got the first podcast done. I'm going to now probably go to sleep. I think I've deserved a bit of a break now. But yeah, I'm a special moment here. Thank you so much. All the best, everyone. Take care.